let's talk about books. So I've been reading a lot lately, mostly to try and avoid having to do my degree. So I don't know, I haven't like really thought about this video or like scripted it or anything like that. I kind of just have my laptop with me and I'm going to chat about what I've read so far this year. Why'd you keep zooming in? My phone keeps zooming itself in, so I hope that it stops doing that. Anyway, let's talk. I started off the year with a book that actually was not avoiding my degree at all, really. In fact, I was reading it only for my degree, and it was about Trump, which was quite interesting, but it was quite a depressing read at the same time. I don't know. It was, yeah, I enjoyed it, but it was also for an essay I had to write, and it was quite miserable to read about all the shit he's doing, so 4 stars. Next book I read, Feed Them Silence by Lee Mandelo. This was sort of sold to me as like a weird book, and I love a weird book. Like, I love a book where it's just strange and kind of creepy, and yeah, I love a good weird book, and it was just not that weird. I really was hoping that it was going to be weirder. It reminded me a lot of Our Wives Under the Sea, if you've read that, and Our Wives was a lot better. I enjoyed it. I gave it 3 stars, but I definitely think it could have gone a lot weirder, and that would have made it a lot better. Next I read, this is still in January, Bad Habit by Alana Portero. I enjoyed this book. I don't really have any strong opinions one way or the other. I thought it was a good book. 3 stars. Next I read The Coffin Club by Jacqueline Sutherland. I actually really enjoyed this. Also, a disclaimer, most of these books I didn't read, so to speak. I do a lot of listening to audiobooks through my library. So actually I should probably establish what format each of these were in. Let's go back. Trump book was an ebook. Feed Them Silence, also an ebook. Bad Habit was my first audiobook of the year. Coffin Club was also an audiobook. Yeah, I enjoyed The Coffin Club. I thought it was good. I basically listened to it all in one sitting because it was very easy to sort of consume. 3 stars. I enjoyed it. Next I read Piglet by Lottie Hazel. I say read, it was also an audiobook. For the record, for the rest of this video and also all time, I am going to use Read for audiobooks. I know that's a controversial thing, but I don't care. Anyway, I read this was my first book of February, so very exciting. I really enjoyed it. Actually, I was pleasantly surprised. I hadn't heard of this book before. It's not one that was like already on my TBR. I just came across it in my library app. I really enjoyed it. When I first read through it, I was hovering at around 3 stars. Then I read a bunch of, because I always like to read reviews after I've read it, see what people think, and I read a bunch of 1-star reviews about people complaining about a part of the book, and I loved that it had that part of the book. Like, I don't want to say too much, so because I don't want to spoil it, I think you should read it, but like, I really liked the thing that they hated, which then made me like the book even more, so I ended up giving it 4 stars. Next, actually, this is one of the first ones I have a physical copy of. I hope you can see that. But I won't for much longer because I will be getting rid of this because I did not like it. Yeah, how do I feel about this? For literally, let's say 80% of the book, I was so into it, loving it. I literally listened to this in one day because I have a physical copy, but I was actually listening to the audiobook. I didn't read this actual copy. I listened to this all literally in one day, like in one sitting. I could not put it down until the last sort of, like I said, 20%, which just ruined the whole thing for me. Yeah, I found this is sort of a little bit like you either like it or you hate it. I don't know, I didn't like the end. I thought it was like, for me, it felt like a plot twist just for plot twist's sake. Like, it just didn't really work. The ending didn't really work for me, and it just really soured the rest of the book. So I probably will be getting rid of this. 2 stars. Next, woo, exciting. I also have a physical copy of this. I know I'm about 50 years late to this, but I finally read The Thursday Murder Club. Love this book so much. I watched the film like when it first came out, whenever it was, maybe a year ago or whenever, and I really liked the film, and I've been meaning to read the book for literally since it came out. Like, I've literally had this copy with me since it came out. I just never got around to reading it. I finally did, and oh my god, I'm so glad I did. This is way better than the film, and I already loved the film, so that's saying a lot. Like, I love this book. I actually didn't read this book. I listened to it on audiobook again. This is starting to become a reoccurring theme. Even if I have a physical copy of something, I usually try and listen to it. Yeah, anyway, I love this. I think it's so much better than the film. And after listening to this, I then proceeded to basically reserve every single other book in the series on my library app so I could listen to them as soon as possible. So, love. 5 stars. And it went on my favourites shelf on Goodreads, which you should follow me on Goodreads if you want to hear some of the stupid one-line reviews I put on there. Anyway, I will not be getting rid of this book, that's for sure. Also, actually, my mum is currently reading it, like the actual physical copy. She's nearly finished, so I definitely won't be getting rid of it for that reason. What's next? Okay, next is another one that was not on my TBR, just something I came across on my library app. The Trials of Lila Dalton by L.J. Shepherd. I think this is a... what's the word when it's like someone's first book? Debut. There we go. Don't know why I couldn't remember that word. I think that's her debut. I listened to it on audiobook again, unsurprisingly. I really loved it. I really loved it. It's got fairly mixed reviews again. Like on Goodreads, its average rating is 2.8, which is, I guess, not great. But when I was reading the reviews, people either 0-starred, hated it, or 5 stars, loved it. Like, it was very mixed. I loved it. I thought it was insanely confusing, but like in the best way. I guess this was a weird book, and like I established earlier, I love a weird book, and I really enjoyed it. I thought the ending was really good. I liked the twist. It was quite cool. And it's also cool, I was reading up afterwards, it's also cool that the writer, because basically the story is about like a lawyer, and it's really cool that the writer is actually a lawyer and so knows what they're talking about. So that was good. 5 stars. Next, I think I have a copy of this somewhere, but I have a very small box room, so I cannot fit anywhere near the amount of books I own into this room. So they're kind of just strewn all over the house. Like, half of them are under my bed, another half of them are in the attic, some of them are on my why have I forgotten the word for this? Shelf. Some of them are actually on my bookshelves. Most of them are probably in the attic. So I think I've got a physical copy of this somewhere. Couldn't find it for the video. Which actually, realistically, I have a physical copy of a lot of books somewhere. Though not any of the ones I've really spoken about that I haven't shown yet. Anyway, I'm going on a tangent. The Colour Purple by Alice Walker. Obviously, this is a classic, and for good reason. I wish I'd read this book sooner. This was so good. Like, obviously I was expecting good things because it's like a classic. Like, obviously classics are classic for a reason, but I was like really pleasantly surprised by how moving, and like it was just, I really loved this book, which I also listened to on audiobook. There was times where like it fully had me like nearly crying on the train. Like, it was really emotional, inspiring, and I just really enjoyed it. 5 stars, and also on my favourites list. Next, I read Lemon by Yeo Sun Kwon. Probably butchered that. Yeah, it was alright. I was a bit lost at some points, but I generally enjoyed it. It was a good book, and it was like a novella, so it was quite short, so easy read. I had it as an ebook, so this is one that I actually actively physically read with my eyes, not my ears. 3 stars. Next is The Man Who Died Twice. So like I said, after finishing Thursday Murder Club, I then proceeded to reserve every audiobook I possibly could for the rest of the series. Come February 27th, I finally had access to The Man Who Died Twice. Loved it, arguably even more than the one before, so 5 stars. Favourite list as well. Awesome. Next, The Bullet That Missed. Listened to this like straight away afterwards, the other one. I 4 stars this one. Liked it marginally less than the first 2, but still loved it. Still a great book. The Last Devil to Die, back up to 5 stars again. Loved it. Great. Drawing into March now, so I read The Man Who Died Twice back in February, Bullet That Missed, Last Devil to Die into March. Then after The Last Devil to Die, the last one, the 5th one, well, I don't know if it's the last one, the most recent one, the 5th one that's come out fairly recently, it's like pre-booked on my library app all the way till like July, which is devastating because I would have finished it then and there, like right after this one as well, but I could not. So that's on my list as soon as I can possibly get access to it, and hopefully that'll be sooner than literally July. Next up, I have a copy of this one as well. People in the Trees by Hanya Yanagihara. As is the theme of this video, I do have a physical copy of this, but I actually listened to it as an audiobook. I'm glad I did, because I'm not sure if I would have gotten through this if I had to read it myself. I didn't get this book. I don't know if it's just me, if I'm not the target audience. I just don't, because a lot of people speak very highly of this book. I can't say I feel particularly highly towards it. I enjoyed it enough that I finished it, because as you'll hear later, there is a book that I DNF'd so far this year. Like, I enjoyed it enough to finish it, but I just don't get it, I guess. Yeah, I gave it 2 stars. I don't really understand the point of this book. Obviously Hanya Yanagihara has divided views around her and her stories. I am actually currently also reading A Little Life. It's up there on my shelves. You probably can't see it. I didn't realise this was also by her when I started reading this, because that's like half finished. Didn't realise it was also by her. Now that I do know it's also by her, I'm slightly more weary of continuing A Little Life, because I just didn't like this book, I guess. I don't know. Not for me, let's say. And then the final book I've read so far this year, as of March 26th, was The Little Sparrow Murders by Saishi Yokomizo. Absolutely butchered that pronunciation as well, as I did with probably Hanya and half the other people. I listened to this as audiobook again. I don't know if I'm just stupid or if it's a problem with the book. I have no clue what really happened, to be honest. Like, when I read the reviews afterwards, everyone agreed that there was way too many characters to keep track of. And maybe an unpopular opinion, but if I have no clue what's going on in your book, maybe that's not my fault, dare I say? I don't know. I gave it 2 stars. I finished it, but I honestly don't know if I could even tell you what happened in it, because I was so confused. Also, like I said, I listened to it as an audiobook, and the voice actor, the like narrator of the audiobook, picked the most annoying, like shrill voice ever for when the main character is speaking, and that made it just almost insufferable to sit through. So that also didn't help. Now, on to, as I mentioned earlier, the book I disliked so much that I didn't even finish it. I've been brought a snack. Yeah. Maybe that's a controversial view, but I got through about 25% of the audiobook of this, and I just actively was like cringing so hard. I literally couldn't even force myself to finish it. I originally actually put it as 1 star, and then in the review put that I didn't finish it, but since then Goodreads has come out with a DNF option, so I might like take my 1 star rating off, because I mean, I kind of feel like I can't really rate something I didn't finish. So if it's at all possible, I will probably be taking that 1 star off. So it's just in my DNF pile now. I will be getting rid of this, same as the How to Kill Your Family or whatever it's called. Yeah, I really didn't like this. I don't know. As for where I'm going from now, well, I'm hoping to get to read the last Thursday Murder Club book at some point before July, but that might be wishful thinking. Like I said, I'm currently like maybe halfway through A Little Life, but that's such a brick of a book. It's really, and it's not an easy book to get through, so that's why I'm reading other stuff while being halfway through that. I'm also halfway through the audiobook for It, which I'm really enjoying, but that's also a brick of a book. Like, I swear it's something like 80 hours worth of audiobook. Like, who has got the time for that? Not me, that's for sure. So I've been like halfway through it for the last like 3 years, and every now and then I just listen to a bit more of it, and then I'm like, oh yeah, and then so I'm slowly making progress. Also, I have a bunch of like ebooks and things downloaded onto my laptop, so I'll probably try and get through some of those as well. But yeah, I don't know. Other than that, send me recommendations, I guess. Just don't send me anything like fantasy or romantasy, please. Not for me. Send me weird stuff. No, let me rephrase that. Please don't send me weird stuff. Send me weird book recommendations. But other than that, bye, I guess.